What's going on? Welcome back to Mostly Gaming here, and today I'm here to take a look at some of the screenshots that I actually received on my Discord channel from our good friend Sticky here. And yeah, apparently the Chinese server has the Wedge 2.0 actually released into their preview section of the video. So maybe we'll get this tomorrow morning. Who knows? But it looks like we're getting Wedge 2.0. And we're gonna and just for your reference, guys, just for your reference, I'm not saying this is actually legit. I'm just saying and sharing what I actually got on my Discord channel. So yeah, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm gonna take a look at it. I'm gonna try to kind of share my opinion on whether or not this is like even legit or not. And also at the same time, I do want to kind of share what kind of like implications that this actually has. This single screenshot actually has for everything else that is beyond just Wesh 2.0. But first, let's just go ahead and take a look at it. So it looks like this event tab does seem like something that would happen in the Chinese server. I mean, Sticky D Rice is someone who's actually Chinese, so I'm assuming that he can tell if it's looking legit or not. Right now, we're having Ottoman Empire, having different events. For that, I think should be no problem, right? Should be no problem. But yeah, and it looks like this is also the AI translate version of the screenshot. And there you go. It actually goes over Britain, timeless elegance, and all those stuff that we usually see. But also along with that, it says new formation online. Now this language should not be perfect. Should not be perfect because this is the AI translate. But look at that. The new formation, the new wedge formation's name is literally Wedge 2.0. And it has a little 2 right underneath the wedge, which is kind of crazy. But hey, look at it. They're icons for all the inscription, all the what's this called? The formations, armaments are actually different, right? So if you look at our current ones, it looks way different from whatever we see. And some of the things that does kind of make this image look a little bit more legit is the fact that those are actually looking like something that not AI would actually pop up, in my opinion. So yeah, I would personally say this looks pretty legit for that reason. Now, one thing I will say though, one thing that does kind of make me wonder if this is legit or not is because of the fact that it literally just calls it Wedge 2.0. I thought if they were to release another skill damage formation, I thought they would just be a little bit more creative with the formations. Who knows? But so that kind of makes me wonder if this is like legit or not. But the other information that I think is going to be the bread and butter of this video is that troop skill damage increased by 12%, guys. 12%. Now, if we're looking at our current Wedge 1.0, because I guess if they're going to really call it a Wedge 2.0, this is going to be Wedge 1.0, right? Wedge 1.0. Look at that. We're having 5% more skill damage out on the Wedge 1.0. Just from switching from Wedge 1.0 to 2.0, you basically get what, like a whole focus fire worth of skill damage buff? Almost the same skill damage that you can get from the formation itself and the Intrepid, which is a legendary formation. As a matter of fact, it actually is just by switching to Wedge 2.0, if you have like no armaments whatsoever, and if you just have Wedge 2.0, that's going to give you more skill damage buff than Intrepid, right? Because the Intrepid gives you 10% skill damage buff, right? So that is pretty darn insane. Now, I don't have any complaints about this being 12%, because everything that matters beyond this is actually going to come down to, okay, what kind of rare inscription does this formation have? What kind of special inscription does this formation have? Because if, yeah, like this can be 12%, but if like all those legendary and rare inscriptions are not really on par with like the Wedge 1.0 and it's not really a big update, upgrade, then no one's going to actually switch to Wedge 2.0 from Wedge 1.0. I'm assuming, though, from the fact that they actually went from 5% skill damage buff to 12% skill damage buff, that buff is going to be huge on the special inscriptions as well as the rare inscriptions. So I wouldn't be too worried personally, but I'm just saying my opinion on how it should be, right? Now, also at the same time, if you're taking a look at this right now, and we know for a fact that developers has released more information about the fact that they're planning on releasing Delta 2.0 as well as the Pincer 2.0, right? So if they're releasing Delta 2.0 sometime in the course of next 3 months and 4 months, and Pincer 2.0 in the course of next 2-3 months, I'm assuming that they're gonna get a huge buff in terms of the amount of damage increase over here, which right now I think Delta gives you like what? Delta gives you 10% more combo damage though. So is that gonna go up to 20% more combo damage though? 15? I'm assuming the jump is gonna be higher than 12% because of the fact that Wedge went from 5% to 12%, right? So I don't know how much they're gonna actually adjust this. Same goes with Pincer, right? What do I have Pincer on? Yeah, I think Pincer is 10% too. So yeah, are they gonna go like 20%, 12%, 15%? Or are they gonna just multiply by 2.4 times like it did from 5%? So like it's gonna give us actually 25%, 24% smite damage or combo damage. I don't know how this is gonna work. We'll have to see how that's gonna play out. But yeah, looking like a crazy jump. Also at the same time, it might somewhat make sense that they actually add all those smite and combo damage nerf into the game if the new formations are going to be giving us a lot more buff on the Delta and the Delta and Pincer formations. So this is going to be very, very interesting, I think. Now, is this enough for us to bring back all the skill damage commanders? I don't know. I think we'll have to wait until we find out more about the skill damage, the actual special inscriptions and rare inscriptions. But yeah, very interesting news to wake up to. Thank you, big shout out for Sticky for sharing this with me. Hopefully, we'll find out more information on the global server as well. Beyond the Chinese server. It does look pretty legit. That's why I'm covering it. Not saying this is legit. I'm just saying that from the look of it, it does look pretty darn legit. And yeah, that's why I'm sharing it on my channel. All right. Hope you guys actually enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Peace!